sure. But other things I read were like stumbling, loud crying in the night, stuff like that. I have a feeling she has kidney issues because the last time I took her and the vet did blood tests on her, she had mild kidney problems, which they said was normal for an elderly cat. There was nothing that really they can do about it. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So I hope you have your pearls ready to be clutched because this is going to be this kind of video. And when it comes to my pet care, people like to clutch their pearls over every little thing. And that's what I'm going to discuss today. I'm going to tell you the full story about Julia, and then I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So basically what's going on is I'm now being accused of being an animal abuser because my cat has not been spayed yet. And she has been given 2 times, not once or 3 times, it's 2 times, I don't know what they call it, a progestin shot. It's a hormone shot to keep her out of heat for several months. Her first shot lasted almost a year, exactly. So yeah, they can last several months. The first one was administered by a different veterinarian. This one, a different one, 2 different veterinarians. But if you're going to call me an animal abuser for getting her this shot, then you're also calling the veterinarian an animal abuser, which I can guarantee you 100%, they're not in the profession to abuse animals. You would need to call them that logically because they're the ones who actually gave the shot. And actually, when we first brought Julia to the vet when she went into heat to see about getting her fixed, which we did do, the vet was the one who suggested the shot for now because she needed other treatments that he wanted performed before she could be fixed. So here's the story. We got Julia from someone Salah knew, and that person that Salah knew got them from somebody they knew and had to leave the country. So they were looking to rehome Julia. Julie was never theirs. They had other cats to take care of. So that person wasn't really sure about her whole history, about her exact age and everything like that. So we weren't sure about her exact age. It was just an estimate. I can't even remember now what it was, but she was pretty young. But that wasn't 100% certain. That was just an estimate to tell you guys whatever. So she went into heat the first time. And so we brought her to the vet almost right away. The vet examined her, as a good veterinarian would do, and saw that she had like a skin condition we had no idea about, that he wanted to be fixed up first. So we had to take her where she gets her nails trimmed, get her a couple of these, the special shampoo to wash her skin, and that would have to clear up before she could be vaccinated. So then we had to get her vaccinated, and then we had to arrange to get her fixed. But we thought, even the vet said there's no rush because she has this vaccine that can last up to a year, and it did not a year. He said actually 10 months. This actually lasted almost a year. So usually it's about between 7 to 10 months, but it can last longer. So we just weren't really keeping track, I guess, of the exact date of when it would wear off. Another note is actually he didn't want to give her the vaccine while she was in heat because whenever she was in heat, she was under more stress and just more, tired and everything like that. So he wanted to wait until after her cycle was over, or she was defamation. And I might be in Kuwait now, but this person better hope that I don't follow through with a defamation case in the future. You can laugh now, but all of it, on my side, all of it's documented on their channel. Like, they have these streams and all these videos. And even if they take them down, the internet's forever, right? So anyway, because that's what it is. It's pure defamation. Even accusing me of animal abuse with BBJ, I have those files from the animal control who are responsible for animal abuse cases on my side. They've always left our premises without any account, without deeming any abuse or neglect at all. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not revisiting old drama. There's just no way. So back to Julia. So it was the vet who actually suggested this while we could take care of the other issues for Julia. Actually, as a side note, I just want to say, all of this is not really anyone's business, how I take care of my pet. If my pet, she's being well fed, she's spoiled with love, and she's very comfortable here. Like, if she was out on the streets of Kuwait in the heat with no food, shelter, water, come on, you know? So, there's just this person who has to keep twisting things, making me out to be a villain so they continue to have content. Anyways, meanwhile, they smoke all the time, hotboxing their animals with their cigarette smoke. So, and yes, I do smoke shisha once in a while, but I'm not here accusing people of animal abuse, am I? So I guess we just didn't really keep track of like how long the vaccine was lasting. She did end up going in heat again, and I think what triggered it was me having the scent of those male cats on me from downstairs, because she was really into the scent, and she went into heat like the next day. So we are traveling very soon. I don't feel comfortable with getting her fixed without me being here to care for her and to keep an eye on her. So basically, we made the decision to go back to another vet and another pet clinic and say, you know, can we get her another shot for now? And the vet said yes, but this will be the last one. Usually 2 is like the max recommended, just to prevent problems in the future that the hormones could cause. So, seeing that we don't really have another choice because we don't have the time. I know people will say, well, that's not an excuse not to get your pet. Not getting them fixed is not a medical emergency, okay? Like, we have these tickets bought, we have the hotel paid for, we have everything, and we will lose money on the plane tickets and everything. So, yeah, seeing as the vet said it was okay to get another shot, we got her another shot. And lo and behold, she's fine. She has like no symptoms of any side effects. She's back to her regular self. She's not lethargic or not eating or anything like that. Trust me, she's eating and she's running around, chasing flies and whatever else. So she's a happy cat. Anytime you've ever seen her on video, she's not cowering in a corner. She's not afraid. She's not emaciated. She's always on her back, which is the most comfortable, happiest position a cat could be in. Anytime I talk to her, she flops on her back and rolls over. You've seen that many times. Just like you've seen many times in my previous streams and videos where BBJ was extremely happy. BBJ was extremely old, had a lot of health problems that old cats have. So, I mean, yeah, like, Julia's fine. If you want to accuse me of being an animal abuser because my cat was in heat, that is just beyond ridiculous. And after this video, we're not even going to address anything ridiculous like that. You can keep making your defamatory videos. I hope that they stack up, and I hope for your sake that I never take action on it. But we'll see, because that's just ridiculous at this point. Like, people are getting away with the most vile things and actions and saying and doing the most vile things to people in the community, and it's just like going too far. It's just being stretched too far. I get it that I'm not the person that I was, and you don't have the content that you used to, and guess what? People grow and they change and go through phases in life. I'm not here for your entertainment, like, in the way that my life is not going to just be your entertainment in the way that you think it is. So, I'm sorry that you can't profit off of my downward spiral over and over like you could before, but that doesn't mean that you can just invent BS like that. Defamatory content that I'm an animal abuser because my cat is not spayed and was given an injection hormonal injection to keep her out of heat for a while. And yes, that is a good excuse to get her the injection, because I don't want to have her have an operation, which is more major for female cats to be spayed than males, and just take off and leave the country, because I would worry about her. You know, like, my pets are very much loved, and you've never seen otherwise in any of my videos. Julia has always been happy. So, yes, it's just something else to fake outrage over. And, you know, I've seen some creators, some reactors say that I'm stupid for bringing this to the internet. Why would I do that if I'm just going to be criticized for being an animal abuser? And, you know, my answer to that is because I simply don't care what people think about it. I'm not an animal abuser. I'm not going to hide actions that are not harmful just because some other people want to twist it and interpret it that way. You know, if the injection, the hormonal injection, was something that was so harmful for pets and was so, it was a form of animal abuse, the vets would not be administering it, you know? Like, there can be side effects, just like with any medication you give to someone or to your pets. But luckily, there's been no side effects with Julia at all. So, she's fine. You can rage all you want elsewhere about it. Again, but I'm so happy that you have those videos documenting your defamation. Thank you very much. If people want to clutch their pearls about this situation, please do it elsewhere, because I'm honestly trying to rebuild an audience who is not negative all the time, doesn't come on my streams to just, you know, come up with all these things, cause drama, incite drama, and everything else. Like, I'm just over it. I'm just totally over it. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done with that drama. It's just not, it's never ending. It's just always something else. And the things are becoming more and more outrageous. So if you're going to call me an animal abuser, again, just emphasizing that you'll need to call the vet an animal abuser, because they're the ones who suggested it in the first place, and they're the ones who administered it. I don't think that a veterinarian would administer animal abuse on their animals, on their patients. So that's just something that's like, this person's audience is not logical. They don't think logically. They're just hive-minded, pack-minded, and they're just like a bunch of coyotes, like, and they don't think for themselves. And unfortunately, that's what happens. You have these wild, ridiculous accusations, and you can think what you want. When we get back, we have about maybe, I don't know, we're not going to wait like the full time like last time, but I'd say after maybe 5 or 6 months, we will get her spayed. Like, we won't let her go into another cycle. But because of the injection, there's no rush. So, yeah. Should we have done it sooner this time? Yes. I don't think she may not have gone and eat if she didn't smell the cats, but it was always a possibility. So maybe we should have got it done before we traveled, like way before. But even if we didn't get her spayed, it's not animal abuse. You can't go around saying that animals who are not spayed are abused animals or neglected. Like, it's just not the case. It's not it. Everyone has a different opinion on that. Some people are against getting surgery for their animals, and that's their right. That's their right, you know? So unless the animal is being starved, shut away and actually neglected without food or water or love or attention for several days, you know what I mean? Like, just, shh. because you don't know what you're talking about. Like, these accusations are so invalid and they're defamatory. And I know that this community where these reactors are don't care about that. They just don't. That's exactly what they're aiming for. And they're aiming at anything they can, hang on to or twist or whatever to make money. But it's just not the case, and it can backfire. And what goes around comes around. Definitely. So I would be careful about that if I were you. But other than that, yeah, I eventually told people about Julia. First, I was in the gym and the pool area. A mixture of reasons. I wanted to see the cat, a change of environment, but also I didn't want her meowing loudly on the camera. I didn't, want to have to keep talking through that. And also, I knew what people were going to say, and I was right. So I just thought, just to avoid the headache. But then something switched, and I was like, I wanted to go back up to my apartment, and I was like, why am I staying here just because, like, why do I care what these people think? Why do I care? I'm not going to, why am I not living the life how I want to just because of what people are going to think? Go ahead, call me an animal abuser, because there's zero truth to it. So that's what clued in, and I said, I'm going upstairs, my cat's in heat, it is what it is, think what you want. And of course, right away, oh, she's an animal abuser. I knew it. That's why I was in the gym. But I don't care because it's not true. So if it's not true, you don't care about it. That's how it goes. And after this video, I'm not even going to talk about any of this anymore. If you come into my streams and you accuse me of being an animal abuser, I probably won't care, but you'll probably still be blocked by mods. So, whatever. We don't need that negativity. You don't have a business in my stream anyway, watching me if you think I'm such a horrible person. But yeah, I would hurt myself before I ever did harm to my pet. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure the veterinarian wouldn't do harm to my pet. So for them to suggest that in the first place, and yeah, she did get the bath, she did get the vaccines. But again, none of that is like anyone's business, like what I do with my pet, like at all, She's very happy. So anyways, I don't have anything else to say about it, just that. And again, that's going to be the last time that I ever talk about this situation. She will not go into heat for a while, and inshallah, and we will take care of it before that happens again. So we have decided she will be spayed eventually, but just right now, this was the best option. Like I said, we are